Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a full body Pilates workout with no equipment needed whatsoever. So we're just going to come and start on all fours, hands in line with your shoulders and your knees in line with your hips. You want to make sure you've got a nice neutral spine, and we're just going to start to circle our body weight forwards and around, just warming up through the wrists. We're going to be coming into a few side planks today, so just want to get nice and warm. Just starting to get ready with your breathing. Inhale as you swoop forward, exhale as you circle around. Good, engaging your core here as well. Drawing your belly button towards your spine as you circle for 3, for 2, final one, coming back to center, and then just switching that direction, taking your weight forwards and around, just reversing that circle. Perfect. Drawing your belly button to spine as you take your weight forwards and around. Getting nice and warm through the lower body. For 3, for 2, final one, coming back to center. You're going to tuck your toes under and lift up into your downward facing dog, stretching through the back of the legs and pressing your shoulders down your back. Just starting to pedal out your legs from left to right, dropping the heel towards the floor, coming up onto the tip of your toe. Perfect, guys. Finding that stretch through the back of the leg, through the calf, and the shoulders pressing down away from your ears. For 3, for 2, last one, coming back through center. You're going to come all the way down into your up dog stretch. Shoulders go down the back, stretching out the legs. Looking over your left shoulder, taking your weight over, pressing your hips to the floor and looking over the right shoulder. And then coming all the way back to your child's pose, press your bum back onto your feet and just walk the hands forward, relax. Let your head fold over. Perfect, guys. Come in here, you're just going to come all the way up onto all fours, ready to begin. Hands in line with the shoulders again, knees in line with your hips. You're just going to extend that left leg behind you, point through your toes, slowly lift the leg and slowly tap the toes down. Good. Finding energy through the ends of your feet. The more you squeeze and engage through that leg, the more you're going to feel everything in the right places. Especially working with no equipment, it's super important to use your mind to muscle connection rather than just going through the motions. Really try to engage and click with the right muscles. So point the toes, find that extension through the back of the leg. Your leg is fully extended, so you create that nice long line behind you. Just lifting in line with the spine and slowly tapping that toe back down. Perfect, guys. Just starting to warm up through the left glutes. Squeezing through the glutes, the hamstrings, and you're staying lifted through your shoulders, so not sinking down. Allowing your abs to control your posture. Keeping your eye line at the front of your mat. Perfect, guys. Stay in here for 8 more, then we're going to take those toes down and add on for 7. Last 6, reaching to the back of the room for 5. Creating more length with every rep for 4. Final 3, can you point through those toes even more? For 2. Final 1, bringing your toes down. You're going to tuck the toes under. And then from here, you're going to lift up into your side plank, extending that underneath leg out. Hand comes behind the head. And then slowly return it to that same position. We're going to lift that leg up. 1. For 2. Tuck those toes under, slowly coming into that side plank. Good, extend that leg slowly. Knee comes down, extend that leg. Perfect. Really nice, guys. Finding that length. Keep squeezing and engaging through the glutes. And as you lift into that side plank, lifting through the waist, pinching through the waist, and engaging through your oblique muscles. Gorgeous, guys. Just going at your own pace. Take your time so you've got control and you can correct your form. Moving nice and slowly. Lengthening through those feet, squeeze, toes tuck under, lift through the waist, hand behind the head, create those shapes, create those lines, and slowly coming back to your center position. Really strong, guys. Shoulders down the back, away from your ears as you lengthen through those feet. Carefully coming back to that side plank every single time. You're here for 5 more, and then we're gonna hold that leg lifted. Perfect, guys. Inhaling as you return to center, and then exhale as you take the toes under and lift through the obliques for 4. Perfect. Gorgeous, guys. Moving with as much control as possible. For 3. Feeling the abs working as well as the back of that left leg. Final 2. Good. Carefully releasing that leg out in front of you. Find that extension. Slowly returning to center for your last one. Gorgeous, guys. Taking your time. Abs pulled in tight. On your next one, we're just going to lift that leg and pulse at the top. Perfect. Finding that perfect long line behind you. Point through the toes. Squeeze the glutes. Squeeze the hamstring for 8. 7. Can you find more extension? 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one, tuck the toes under, and we're gonna hold in that side plank. Just lift that knee and lower. Good. Lift and lower to the floor for 8. 7, keep lengthening that spine for 6. 5, for 4, 3, for 2. Final one, bring that knee in and slowly come all the way down. Perfect, guys. Take a little second, give those wrists a shake. And when you're ready, we're gonna come down onto your side with your right arm down, your left leg on top. So we're still gonna work through the left glutes now. You wanna lift up and out of your waist and just make sure your forearm is directly underneath that elbow. You're gonna start to lift and lower that top knee. So just making sure that your feet are just a little bit away from your bum. You want to have your feet in that nice clam position. Good, lifting through the waist so you're not slouching here, you're lifting tall. Gluing your toes together as you lift and lower that knee. Good, inhaling as the knee lowers down, exhaling as you lift that leg up. Really try and keep this strong position here. You want a nice bit of space between your ear and your shoulder and the waist and the floor. Perfect, inhale, lower, exhale, lift, squeeze. Warming up through the left glutes now. See if you can take that leg open a little bit wider every time. Really thinking about gluing those feet together, creating more tension through the lower body. Perfect. Taking your eye line over towards your shoulder if your neck starts to feel a little bit. Gorgeous, guys. Moving with resistance and not allowing these legs to touch and relax at the bottom. Squeeze to peel that knee up as high as you can. You've got 8 more, then we're going to start to add on. For 7, squeeze, really taking your time. For 6, final 5, last 4, for 3, keeping those hips nice and steady, not rocking backwards. For 2, final 1, you're gonna lift that leg, slowly come down. On your next one, we lift the hips as you open the knee and slowly bring it back down. Inhale at the bottom, exhale, lift through the hips and the waist as you peel that knee up and slowly come down. So you're working through the obliques here as well as your glutes, taking your time. This shoulder and your arm is also gonna feel the weight of your body. Just try to breathe. Exhale as you peel that leg up. Inhale, slowly drop. Perfect. Keeping your weight center, try not to rock backwards or forwards. Abs pulled in tight, lengthening through that waist. Gorgeous, guys. On your next one, we're going to start to add a leg extension. We extend. Toes come together, slowly drop down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Extend. Toes together, slowly come down. Perfect. Lengthening just from the knee. You don't need to kick it too high. Finding that point of the toe. Taking your time, really lengthen, squeeze. You want to engage through those glutes here. We're working and feeling the obliques, but you also want to work these glutes. Find that length. Find that tension through the lower body. Perfect, gorgeous guys. Moving with control. The slower you move here, the more you're gonna work through the abs as well. Amazing, you are here for 8 more, and then we're gonna hold that leg lifted. Last 7, see if you can move with more control every time. First 6. Gorgeous guys, hand can be on the back of your head or on your hip here. It's up to you, wherever feels most comfortable. For 4. Most importantly, engaging and squeezing, feeling all the right muscles. For 3. Last 2. Amazing guys, on your next one, we're gonna hold at the top. Taking that leg all the way out, your top arm extends, you pull your knee towards your elbow, squeeze and lengthen. Inhale, knee to elbow, engage through the obliques, lifting through your waist. Find that energy through your fingertips, point the toes, fully extend, feeling that 2-way pull just for 8. Underneath glutes, feeling it here as well for 7. Last 6. Final 5, then we hold that leg to finish for 4. Squeeze, you're here for 3. For 2. On your last one, just hold the arm and leg extended. We pulse up, breathe for 8, 7.6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Just lay your head down on that arm. Take a second to breathe. Have a little rest. Oh my gosh. Killing. You're going to extend your legs to that top corner of your mat and extend your arm above your head. Take an inhale here. On your exhale, leaving your underneath arm on the floor, you sweep your arm around. We're lifting up into your teaser. Reach towards your toes. And then slowly, with control, lower yourself all the way back down. Inhale. Exhale, sweep up. Teaser position. Stretch towards the feet and slowly lower yourself all the way down. Inhale here. Exhale as you roll onto your hips, still keeping that slight diagonal. Really use your abs here to control. The slower you move, the more you're going to be working your abs and your core. You're moving from your center, from your powerhouse. Lengthen and find that strength as you slowly peel yourself up to that teaser. Perfect, guys. Pointing through the toes. Reach from your fingers all the way to the tip of your toes. You've got 5 more here. And then we're going to hold it up in your teaser. For 4. Really drawing your belly button towards your spine. Final 3. Taking your time to keep reaching. Squeeze and lengthen. For 2. Drawing your rib cage down towards your hips. And on your final one, we're going to hold that teaser position. Keeping that arm on the floor, you lower one leg, lift. The opposite, lift just for 8. Keep breathing. 7, keep lifting. 6, 5, abs engaged. 4, for 3, for 2, final 1, reach and slowly lengthen all the way back down. Roll onto your back, hug your knees in towards your chest. Just rock side to side, release any tension through your lower back, through your neck. Bringing your hands onto the backs of your legs and then just rock yourself all the way up to a seated position. We're going to come around and we're going to do everything on the opposite side. Coming on to all fours again, hands in line with the shoulders, knees in line with your hips. This time you're extending that right leg back. We slowly lift and lower. Inhale as the leg lowers. Exhale as you lift that leg. Perfect, guys. So just starting to engage and work through the right side of your body now, finding that long line from your right toes all the way to your head. Perfect. Really squeezing. Find that mind to muscle connection. You squeeze through the glutes and the hamstrings. You squeeze your way up and your way down, not going through the motions, actively engaging those muscles. Lengthening through the back of that knee, find that full extension as you squeeze down, squeeze up. Perfect. Lifting up and away from your shoulders so you're not slouching down. Gorgeous, guys. Keeping your abs pulled in nice and tight to protect that lower back. You've got 8 more here before we start to tuck the toes under and incorporate those abs for 7. For 6. Last 5. Fighting against that resistance for 4. Squeeze. Last 3. Keep reminding yourself to stretch the feet for 2. Final 1, we tuck the toes under. Taking that arm behind your head, you slowly lengthen. Reach that leg, extend. Bring that knee back to the floor and slowly return. Squeeze up for 1. For 2. Toes tuck under. Slowly return to that side plank. Find your extension. Squeeze through the obliques. Lifting through that waist and back to your glutes. Perfect. Being mindful of that movement, keeping your hips and chest facing forwards as you engage through that deep core muscle. Gorgeous, guys. Abs pulled in nice and tight to help you. Keeping your posture strong as you tuck those toes under and lengthen. Lifting up and away from your body, being mindful not to slouch. Amazing, gorgeous, guys. Still moving with control, remembering that the slower you move, the more beneficial, the stronger your abs and your core and your whole body is going to become. You've got 5 more like this, and then we hold that leg lifted. Inhaling back to center. Exhale, toes tuck under. Twisting through those obliques, lengthen that leg. Hand behind the head, elbows whacked for 4. Amazing, guys. Can you find that little bit extra engagement every single time? Move slowly to find the mind to muscle connection for 3. Amazing, everyone. Lengthening through those feet as you extend forward. Final 2, then that leg is staying lifted. Gosh, really feeling the back of that right leg now. Lengthen. This is your final 1, then we stay with those pulses. Amazing, guys. Use those abs. Coming back to center. Lifting up that leg. We just pulse. Squeeze. Abs pulled in tight. Lengthen. Lift nice and tall. Pulse up and down for 8. Squeeze, feeling that burn for 7, 6, 5. Ready to tuck the toes under in 3. In 2. Last 1. We find that side plank. Lengthen. Lift and lower that knee to the floor and lift. Abs lifted here. 8, 7. Squeeze. 6, 5. 4, 3, 2, last 1, and slowly come all the way down. Perfect, guys. Have a little stretch. We are now going to come down into your clam position, resting on the left forearm with your right leg on top. So still working that same leg. Arm can be behind your head or on your hip as you start to lift and lower that leg straight away. Perfect. Taking your feet slightly further away from your glutes if you feel like you need that deeper range of motion. Inhale, the knee comes lower. Exhale, you peel up towards the sky. Keeping your shoulders down your back, lifting up and out of your waist. Perfect, guys. Amazing. Your basic foundation clam, and then we just keep adding on. So it's always good to start with the basic if we're adding on, just so we can really find your grounding and your rooted position. Exhale as you squeeze to lift that leg. See if you can lift it further, but be mindful not to let your hips rock backwards. Using this hand to keep touch with the ground if you need to. Perfect, guys. Squeeze your toes together, lock them in position as you peel that knee up towards the sky. Amazing. On your next one, we're going to start to lift through those hips at the same time. So we peel the knee up, you lift through the hips, and slowly drop down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Looking over the left shoulder this time if you need that little bit of support from your neck. Really feeling those right glutes working here, guys. squeeze. Toes being glued together allows you to find that connection with the correct muscles and keep that burn through the glutes. Amazing, taking your time, squeeze to lift, squeeze to lower. We're gonna start to add in that leg extension on your next one. We lift, extend just from the knee, toes tap down, slowly lower. Inhale, exhale, squeeze. Pinching through that waist. Find that deep core connection, guys. Amazing. Taking your time. Find that deeper connection with your abs, deeper connection with your legs. Squeeze to lengthen. Amazing, gorgeous, everyone. You're here for 8 more, and then we're going to hold it up. First 7, then we keep that long line extended. Can you relax those shoulders as you lift? First 6. Allow your body, your lower body, and those abs to take that weight. For 5. For 4. Amazing. Remember to keep resistance through those feet. Squeeze to lengthen. Try not to kick. For 3. Abs working double time here. For 2. On your next one, we hold that leg extended. We take that arm to leg. Bring your knee to elbow. Extend. Squeeze. Underneath glutes working here as well. That is normal. We're here for 8. Pinch through that waist for 7. You've got it, guys. Last 6. Final 5. Lift through the waist. Find that length. Fingertips to toes for 4. Stretch and point for 3. Last 2, we're going to hold the arm and leg, lift it. Final 1, extend, lift and lower. 8, 7, look towards that mat. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way down. Oh, just relax all the way down on your mat. Take a little breather for a second. Have a moment to rest here. And then we're coming into your teasers. So your legs are now extended to that other diagonal line. Your underneath leg arm extends. Your top arm is going to reach all the way over. Take an inhale. On your exhale, we're going to rock up through your hips, finding that teaser. Stretch towards the feet. And then slowly lengthen the length of your body all the way back down. Inhale. Exhale, squeeze. Abs pulled in. Relax those shoulders. And remember, the slower you move, the more you're working through those abs. Breathe. Can you hold it for a second longer? Can you reach an inch further towards those toes? Remember, you're moving from your powerhouse, from your center. Gluing your feet together, we rock up into that teaser position. Reach towards your toes and slowly lengthen back down, lengthening out through the spine, through your legs. Inhale, taking your time, carefully return to the mat. And exhale, rocking up through the hips. Squeeze, find that reach towards the feet. And inhale, reach back down again. Good, really scooping the abs as you lift up. Carefully peeling your spine off the mat and back onto the mat. 1 vertebrae at a time. Gorgeous, guys, finding that deep core connection. You are almost finished with today's workout. We're going to take 5 more like this, then we're going to hold it up for those leg lowers. Take your time. Find that connection between the mat as you reach for 4. Final 3. Can you lift slightly higher for your final 2? Gorgeous, guys. Lengthening out through your legs. This is your last one. And then we hold. Lift. We drop for 8. 7. Lift out of your chest for 6. 5. 4. Keep reaching. 3. Abs engaged. 2. Last one. Reach. And slowly come all the way down. Oh, amazing, guys. Rolling onto your front, take a big stretch. Chest lifts up, look towards the sky. Exhale, lifting the hips into the air, reach the hands forward. Finding that stretch through the upper body. Amazing, guys. We are going to finish with your plank today. So hands in line with the shoulders, toes tucked under. We're going to reach all the way out, full plank. Right knee to left elbow, return. Left knee to left elbow, return. So you're not doing a mountain climber, you're not running, you're slowly peeling the knee across the body, squeezing and pinching through the waist, engaging through the obliques, trying your best to keep the hips completely still and solid in your full plank position. Squeezing the glutes to help you protect that lower back, using the hands to press up and away from that mat. We're here for 8 more. For 7, can you find that deeper twist through the obliques? For 6. For 5, pulling that knee all the way to the elbow, find that connection. For 4. For 3. Last 2. Final 1, just holding in your plank. Breathe and hold. Rocking forwards for your last 8. 7, squeeze. 6. 5. 4, 3, 2, final 1. Knees come all the way down, child's pose. Reach the hands forwards, relax the body. Oh, that was my Apple Watch. When you're ready, slowly rolling up in your own time to return to your cross-legged position. Left hand comes down on your mat, right arm comes all the way up and over, stretching through the side body, through that lower back, and then stay where you are. Just turn that chest to face the knee, relax the head forward. Coming back to that side stretch, come all the way up and over, right hand down, left arm reaches. And again, turning the chest to face, resisting against lifting the glutes, keep your knees planted. Turning your chest to face center again, come all the way up and over for your final breath. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands come to heart center, and you are all finished. Thank you so much for working out with me again, and I will see you in my next one.